Good afternoon, class. Today we are going to discuss about classification of composites. So composites are classified by the geometry of reinforcement. You know, the reinforcing material means what is the reinforcement? Reinforcement means extra force added to the material. So any material have to mingle with other material to become strong. So that is called reinforcement. So based on reinforcement, we can classify particulate composites, flake composites, fiber reinforced composites. So second one, classified by the type of matrix. Here matrix means the combination of two or more materials with the matrix material like silica, silicon, corundum. So these are the matrix material which forms a bond with composite material and composite reinforcement material. So you know already composite material means combination of two or more materials. So second one is classified by the type of matrix. So based on matrix we can classify the composites. The first one is polymer matrix composites, second one is metal matrix composites, third one is ceramic matrix composites, fourth one is carbon matrix composites. So in this classification we clearly observe based on reinforcement and based on matrix. So here reinforcement means it is extra force added to the material. Here matrix means when the combining of reinforcement with the material, it act as a bonding agent, that is called matrix. So coming to the now we are going to discuss one by one. That is particulate. First one, particulate reinforced components. Listen carefully. In particulate reinforced composites, it consists of particles immersed in matrices such as alloys and ceramics. They are usually isotropic. See here, particles immersed in matrices such as alloys. What is alloy? Combination of two or more metals. Alloy means combination of two or more metals. Here ceramic means combination of two or more materials. So they are usually isotropic. What is the meaning of isotropic? Isotropic means a single the entire molecule act as a single molecule. So when the combining of two or more materials, it forms as a single molecule. That is called isentropic, because the particles are added to randomly. So the advantage of particulate composites are improved strength, increased operating temperatures. You know, strength means that it is mechanical property of any material. So due to particulate reinforced composites, so here the alloys and ceramics get strength and increased operating temperature. So during application of this material, so the main advantage of these composites are increased operating temperature. So next one is oxidation resistance. So see, what are the examples of particulate composite materials? Aluminum particles are in rubber. See, rubber is a composite material. So next, silicon carbide particles in aluminum. So here rubber have aluminum particles. Here aluminum act as a reinforcement material to the rubber by the bond of matrix. So here silicon carbide particles in aluminum and gravel sand and cement to make concrete. See the particulate composites. So these are the particles. Here we look at into these type of particles. So the distance between two particles is maintained, and it act as a a single isentropic material. So like this. So these are the examples of particulate composites. Next one is flake composites. So flake composites consist of flat reinforcement of matrices. Example of flake materials are glass, mica, aluminum. See, the above diagram we already discussed. The examples of particulate composites are aluminum particles are in rubber, silica carbon particles are in aluminum. So here, what are the examples of flake composites? We know already about the glass, mica, and aluminum, and silver. So these are the flake composites. It provides high strength and low cost. So these are the advantages. See here, the combining of elements like so the combination of two or more elements like this diagram. So see what is the difference between particulate composites and flake composites. Here the bonding, the material, one material atoms and another material atoms bonding together like this, in this way. So they are nearly close to each other, but in this they are nearly close to not in nearest way, some farthest way rather than particulate composites. So coming into the fiber reinforced composites. So fiber reinforced composites consist of matrices reinforced into the two classes: short fibers, also known as discontinuous, with a general aspect ratio between 20 and 60, and long fibers also known as continuous. Ikkada see, listen, in fiber reinforcement there are usually two types. First one is short fiber and based on length, that is in 20 and 60, and long fiber based on length 200 into 500. So here the extra the matrix materials in look like this form of material. So these are the fiber composites. Okay, so till now we are discussed about based on reinforcement. We can we completed particulate composite materials, flake composite materials, and so on, fiber reinforced composites. Coming into the next topic, and based on matrix we can classify PMC. So these are important topics. Definitely we are ready to face this question in examination. So polymer matrix composites. See, what is polymer? Generally polymer is nothing but plastics. Matrix, I already told you what is matrix. Matrix, it is a bonding material which the combination of reinforcing and composite material is interact, the bond between reinforcing and composite material. So let us discuss polymer matrix composites. The most common advanced composites are polymer matrix composites, PMCs, consisting of a polymer. So generally examples we already discussed. We know already in some physics we already studied. So thermoplastics and thermostatic plastics. You know very well about that. So in some thermosetting plastics we have epoxy, polyester, urethane. So reinforced by thin diameter fibers. So here we want to extract the materials from the epoxy, polyester, urethane and combining by the reinforcing material, that is example graphite, aramids, boron. So the graphite is combined with epoxy, it forms as a 1 PMC, and also aramids combines with polyester, it forms as a 1 PMC, and boron combines with urethane, so it forms as a PMC. So here polymer means plastics and composite means matrix composite means materials. So these graphite, armates, boron will going to combine with epoxy, polyester, urethane. So for example, graphite, epoxy composites are approximately 5 times stronger than steel on a weight basis. See, we know what is the major difference between metals and non-metals. So metals means with those metals those called which contains iron, that they are the elements are called metals, and those do not contain iron, that is called non-metals. So here, but steel, more than steel, PMC matrix have very stronger for weight basis. So that is the main advantage, and high strength, simple manufacturing principles, and low cost. And fourth one is low specific weight. See, we need to in application oriented, we need to decrease the weight of a material, then only we can get an advantage, we can get more economy, fuel economy. Suppose in automobile industry or aerospace industry, they need the maximum, they are trying to decrease the weight of a material. So they are all used, they are ceramics composites, not in cast iron or steel, in some special applications. So definitely we need to increase the specific weight. So high material stability against corrosion. So they are corrosion, you know very well, corrosion means the rusting of iron. So they can withstand corrosions. So good electrical and thermal insulation. So and simple manufacturing principles. So these are the main advantages of PMC. So and coming into the disadvantages and drawbacks, low operating temperatures. Suppose if the temperature at the application of any machine, suppose we are using any PMC material for a machinery part, so it can withstand at only low temperatures, do not high temperatures. So that is a major disadvantages of PMC. And second one is high coefficient of thermal and moisture expansion. So thermal expansion, you know what is thermal? And due to heat, the material will get expansion. That means that the change in length will be occurred by the heat. So that is the major disadvantage. And low elastic properties and in certain directions. Generally, what is elasticity? What is the property of elasticity? So when the load is removed, it will become its original shape. But in steel having that property, and cast iron also having that property, but PMC materials, the elastic properties low. That means in certain directions, either tension or compressive or shear. So some directions, some transverse load or some shear load, they may be decrease their elastic properties. So coming into the applications of PMCs, so these are definitely in examination they will ask in part A questions, what are the applications of PMC. So automotive industry means, you know very well, automobile parts, body panels, at the same time lead spring, drive shaft, bumpers, doors, racking, cardboards, and so on. See, listen, we can you know very well about cars and bikes. Suppose in case of cars, almost of all parts are maximum they are manufacturing by the plastic materials like PMC, rather than the internal designer of a car, like dashboard, or external design parts, bumper, like door knobs, doors. So they are all made by PMC, plastic polymer matrix composites. So second point, aircraft and airspace industry. So used in the construction of structural parts for military aircraft, space shuttles, and satellite systems. So why PMC specially applicable for aerospace industry? Because of here we are already discussed the advantages of PMC is high high strength and low specific weight. So especially aircraft and airspace industry, they need to change, or they need to decrease, they have to decrease the weight of a material, then only they will get fuel economy. That's why especially applicable for aircraft and airspace industry, construction of structural parts for military aircraft, space shuttles and satellite systems. So the main purpose of using PMCs are to reduce aircraft weight. So this is the main point, to reduce the aircraft weight, which can improve its performance and to reduce its cost. So this is the it is the major advantage and major application of PMCR, to reduce the aircraft weight, which can improve its performance. How the improvement of performance by the weight reduces? That means the fuel economy. If the fuel economy increases, then the performance of emission also increases. So, and also to reduce its cost. So marine industry, you can see fiberglass boat bodies as well as canoes and kayaks. So these are all used in submarine applications. So usually in boats, and sports goods used in performance footwear, sports equipment and sporting goods of their lightweight and high strength. So generally we are wearing shoes and chappals. So in that maximum they are used PMC, polymer matrix materials, because of lightweight but high strength. So then only you can get you can use up to 2 years or 1 year. So these are the main applications of PMC. So the major finally we can discuss what are the applications. Main applications: automotive industry and aircraft and aerospace industry, marine, sports goods. So next one, biomedical applications, medical implements, orthopedic devices, MRI scanners, X-ray tables and prosthetics. So these are the medical applications. And electrical panels, housing, switchgear, insulators and connectors. So it also covers electrical devices like capacitors and flexible batteries, covers digital portable equipment like headphones, etc. So you can see in nowadays we are using any material, daily we are used to make maximum electrical materials and biomedical applications or batteries. They are specially manufacturing by the plastic only, that is PMC. So the major advantages of PMC is, be remember, it reduces the specific weight of a material and get high strengths. So based on that, we can use in aerospace industry, automobile industry, biomedical industry and electrical parts, and some submarine applications, some industrial applications also. See, we can chemical storage tanks, pressure vessels, pump housing and valves. See, chemical storage tanks, generally the tanks are made by iron sheet, that is steel or cast iron, but olden days are made by storage tanks or cast iron. But nowadays we are using PMC because of we need to reduce the weight, and we do then and also it is a good oxidation resistance and it can withstand corrosion resistance. That's why you are using plastic materials like PMC. Pump housing and valves, PMCs are also used in impellers, blades, blower and pump housings and motor covers. Second one, structural, that means PMC are used to repair bridges and other construction materials and equipment like booms and cranes. Generally for civil engineers, they are using whatever cranes or whatever any agriculture equipment they are trying to repair bridges with the help of these materials. They can withstand high weight, they can withstand strength. That's why they are the civil engineers in structural parts they are using PMCs. So what is the next topic is what are the properties of PMC? See, what is properties generally you can say properties, physical properties or mechanical properties and chemical properties like. So we need to, as a production engineer or as a mechanical engineer, we should know all the properties of the materials. So you know about mechanical properties, you know very well. We are already studied in second year metallurgy and material science, and also mechanics of solids, and also machinery, design of machinery elements. So any design of component or any engineer should know definitely what are the properties of materials. So generally properties of PMC means, here see, before going to discuss of properties of materials, here what is matrix? So this is the polymer which is contains a phase and is classified as a weak link in PMC structure. I already told you matrix is a bonding material like which is a continuous phase and is classified as the weak link in a PMC structure. And the next one is reinforcement. There is this is a discontinuous phase and is a principal load bearing and it can either be glass, quartz, basically carbon fiber. So reinforcement materials are glass, quartz and carbon fiber. Matrix materials are aluminum, silicon, like that. So what is interface? So the interface between the reinforcement and matrix phases are where load transmission takes place. So these are the properties of PMCs. Generally properties means not only mechanical or physical and chemical. So particularly in PMC we are using matrix and reinforcement materials. So here matrix materials is different from reinforcement materials. So the combination of matrix and reinforcement materials with plastics, it forms a PMC. So in till now we discussed what are classification of composites and what is polymer matrix composites and what are advantages and what are disadvantages and what are applications and properties of PMCs. And coming into the next point, how the manufacturing of PMCs or different types of manufacturing process for PMCs. See, forming process for thermosetting matrix process composites. I already told you before the topic. So plastics generally two types, thermoplastics and thermosetting plastics. So here PMCs are thermosetting plastics. So first process is pultrusion and second process is resin transfer molding and third one hand layup and spray up, and fourth one filament winding, and fifth one autoclave molding. So based on these 5 processes, we are very the 2 important methods to manufacturing of PMC, that they are pultrusion process, resin transfer molding, and forming process are thermoplastic materials. See, thermosetting, suppose we are using thermosetting plastic materials, these processes are suitable for manufacturing of PMC. In case of forming process for thermoplastic matrix, these machines are required: injection molding, diaphragm molding, film stretching, thermostrip laying. We already discussed in production technology in second year. So we will discuss one by one. So what is pultrusion process? So pultrusion process is a forming process which is used for thermosetting plastics. So pultrusion is a process where composites parts are manufactured by the pulling layers of fibers fabrics bathed with resin through a heated die, thus forming the dressed cross sectional shape with no length limitation. See, as this is the resin solution, which is that means it act as a matrix material, and these are reinforcement material, fiber cleal and guide plate. So these are dipped in a tank that is called with resin solution and through a heated die. See, this is heated die. So here the combining of matrix material, reinforced material act as a single unit through the heated die. Then we can extract the metal from the heated die. So this is cut off section, the final product available here. So this is the filtration process. So how the process happen? See, fibers are pulled from a set of fiber creels. So these are the fiber creels. So fibers are pulled from a set of fiber creels and through a resin bath. So then dip into a resin solution, and it then pass through a performer which gives it required cross sectional shape. Performer is it act as a die which we require the shape of a part will be decided in performer based on our requirement. And finally the FNC dies finalize forming and changing. FNC forming and changing dies finalize the required shape and remove excess resin and curve the composite so that it can be cut into required length. Advantages. So high volume productivity, rapid processing. High volume productivity means number of parts can be manufactured in a single operation, and rapid processing. The operation is not smooth in way, the rapid or slow. And the second one is low material scrap rate, and fourth one is good quality control. So what are the applications? So uses as panels became ladders and stool handles, electrical insulators, light poles, handrails. So these are the applications. So these are the main applications. So these are the very important, almost in examination they are asked based on applications only. So next method, resin transfer molding, RTM. See, it's look like tool and this workpiece. This is preform. It act as a die. So the material injected to this resin solution. So finally we can get this part. So the male and female parts with the application of pressure. It look like a forge welding. So see, we can we should know clear process in the RTM process. Dry reinforcement is pre-shaped and oriented into skeleton of the actual part known as preformer. Skeleton, you know skeleton. What is the meaning of skeleton? That is the replica of product which is inserted into a heated material. The heated mold is closed and liquid and resin is injected. The part is used in this mold. Finally the mold is open and the part is removed from the mold. So that is the process of resin transfer molding, RTM. So what are the advantages? See, large complex shapes and curvature can be made easy. High level of automation and simpler than a manual, and takes less time to produce. Low volatile emission, low skill labor required. And major disadvantages are mold design is complex, requires mold filling analysis. Fiber reinforcement may be more resin transfer during design transfer. So these are the major disadvantages. And what main applications of RTM method are wind turbine blades, ship body, car body, truck panel. So especially the wind turbine blades, you can generally they are nowadays they are used for plastic only. So that is PMC material. So those materials used in wind turbine blade that are manufacturing by RTM method. RTM method means resin transfer molding. So ship body, car body, truck panel. So these are all the major applications of RTM. So okay students, till now we are discussing in this class, we are discussing about what are the classification of composites, and what are the based on reinforcement, and based on reinforcement, and based on matrices. So based on reinforcement, we can already discuss. Once again, we can revise particulate composites and flake composites, fiber reinforced composites, and type of matrix: poly PMC, MMC, metal matrix composites, ceramic metal matrix composites, carbon matrix composites. So these are the classifications, and today we discussed about PMC. So tomorrow we are going to discuss about MMC, metal matrix composite. Within either 2 or 3 classes we are going to complete first unit. So finally I will send notes to your WhatsApp contact. Note down and follow the textbook also. So I will send some textbooks also, PDF textbooks. So okay.